Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another British Esports Student Champs stream for the Rocket League national team YCV-Deception. Today we're against NCSG Rocket League, NSCG Rocket League rather. As you can see by the standings here, they are at the bottom, or they seem to be at the bottom of the Rumble stage, but obviously they're just above us actually in the normal league stage. They have two wins and one loss, as do we as well. And they seem to have the exact same scoring, which we have 4 against and 6 different. So, there seems to be a technical difficulty. Apologies, 1 second. I'm not sure why that's happening. Oh, there we go. All right. Okie dokie. Everything seems to be in order. What I was trying to say is, as you can see, I've shown you the standings. Oh yeah, by the way, I am your local, very local, extremely local, and very, very attractive shoutcast / commentator, Prul Detergent, otherwise known as Yeet Shansoy, joining you back to it all. 2 minutes in, I've already forgotten how to speak, so that's a good start to the stream. Hopefully, our start to the games shall be better. And speaking of better, hopefully we have some new overlays. Ooh, we have upgraded our overall our stream really, as you're going to see in a minute when I change scenes and intermission. There we go. I've shown you standings, so you're gonna see me in a second. Hello there. I don't know why I've turned into Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I am not on the high ground yet. But hopefully we shall be on the high ground as the other team is going to be joining our lobby. We are hosting, so are we? Okay. The teams are accordingly named. And yeah. I forgot any. Well, seem to be starting a bit early. Are we starting? If we are starting. We seem to be starting. All right. 3 minutes early. I'm not sure exactly why, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our first kickoff of the first game. Obviously, it's going to be a best of 7. Ignore the fact that it's best of 5. I'm going to change that right after this. Alphax with a save from Temp RL. Well, it seems to be an open net, but obviously it is not, as the 2 defenders of NSCG were defending. It's been a while. It's been the first voice crack of the stream, just from there. Yeah, there seems to be an issue with the overall stream. I will just be fixing it right after this. As Dragon from NCSG, appropriately named, was going for an open nets attempt. Not just a shot attempt, really. But things are going our way, it seems. So far, at least. First 40 seconds. First save coming from Alphax. Oh, such a close attempt, I was about to say, from Tyler. Back passing on to Alphax 2-6. We have our usual roster for today. Obviously, Sellers, Tyler, and Alphax 2-6. And for NSCG, they have Tempt, Dragon, and Ray. Well, I assume the set is silent, so I'm just going to go with Rez. I'm just going to go with Rez, yeah. That seems like a nickname more than anything. Close attempts from Sellers for the first goal of the game. Alas, it does not exist as of yet. Try to go for a back pass. Onwards, high aerial goal coming from not goal, short center attempt from Sellers. Unfortunately, divisive as we surpass the first 1 minute 30 seconds of the game. Almost a wow! What a hinge attempt by Sellers from Tyler's long air dribble, and it looks dangerously close to a shot from Tempt, but gets he demos instead. Well, they demo instead, rather. Interesting gameplay. Red's back pass onto his own teammate for him to make the play. From Dragons. Interesting attempts. Bump to Dragon. Hits the post for NSCG Dragons. Goal's looking empty, or is it? Obviously not. The Sellers sends his regards to Temps as well with a demo. Try to cover his tracks with a ceiling pinch. Tyler is there, obviously, to respond to that effortlessly and not delinquently. As a long shot attempt comes from Dragon onto attempts. Sellers defends it effortlessly. I'm like running 5 seconds behind because my mind is on the overlay thing, as it is not working as intended. 3 minutes already passed with no goal in sight. Only one shot from each team, unfortunately. Looking like well, both teams are definitely obviously trying. It wouldn't be a British Esports Student Champion not trying. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there definitely is a high attempt. If Tyler without no boost cannot reach that, unfortunately. The eloquent bump coming from Dragon to seal the deal for NSCG for the first goal of the game. Yeah, nothing Tyler can do there in terms of, well, not getting bumped. Obviously, that's the first thing that he should have done. But it's only one goal, but 1 minute 30 remains in the first game. Such a nice center attempt rather from Alphax 2-6, but NSCG are fast with their defense. Can they defense against Sellers there? With the coming up front? Well, it's empty. Yeah. Well, what? I couldn't even struggle my words there. Oh, man, the face cam is broken. Not the face cam. The game cam was broken. The double commit from NSCG did not help that cause, as Tyler was awarded such a open net and 1-1 for the 1-1. What am I saying now? I'm gonna get my words out. Evidently, what am I even saying? My grammar is off. My vocabulary is off. This is not the Prill detergent that you deserve, ladies and gentlemen. As there's 1 minute remaining, as Sellers go for an air dribble. Can he flick it towards his goal? He cannot. As Dragons try to set up an air dribble in and of itself, but Tyler denies it. Open goal attempt from Alphax. Ray is there first, obviously, to defend such a thing, rather. Attempts going for a shot from the corner plate. Tyler's trying to defend it. Gets bumped, but Alphax 2-6 through rescue. You might remember his game-saving goal, Drace given goal last week when we were against TCSL, one of the toughest fixtures so far. Wasn't there to save the day pretty much, as we won 4-2 against them. And it looks like it will finish 1-0. Otherwise, Alphax 2-6 maybe go for another double tap. Well, unfortunately, it does not concur. As weird bounces keep happening all the way from the corner. Will Sellers go for it once again? Trying to set up his teammates. Alphax 2-6 gets the bump from Rez, I believe. And that leaves us to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it so, anyway. Or will they try to keep it in the air? Well, I'm not really sure. In the air so far, Tyler with a long shot attempt. Can Dragon save it? No, he can't! What a way to capture the first game, ladies and gentlemen. What are you doing, Tyler? Wow, textbook reaction. I don't know what Dragon was doing there. He cannot save it for his team. But Tyler can do it for his team, the York Vikings. And we secure the first game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, I'm going to be fixing the issue in a jiffy. I'm not really sure why the in-game stuff is overriding. I'm going to put us on intermission. Yes. Hello there. Yeah, not really sure why that happens. Everything was working, but all of a sudden, there should be an option to. Nope. Options. Interestingly enough, there doesn't seem like there's an option for that. So we're just gonna have to roll with the fact that it is a best of 7. It is a best of 7. It's not a best of 5. And just put myself on spectate. once again. Seems to be going. All right, they did not wait for it. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's still showing game one as well. That's the thing. Well, Alphax 206 just gets us ready with his second goal. Well, his first goal of the match and second for the second match. I couldn't even say it. But yeah, as you can see, my brain's literally glued to the issue at hand, which is the fact that it says game one, and it's best of 5, even though it's game 2. We've just won the first game, so I just have to keep reminding the chat of that. First, I mean, is that our fastest goal so far? I'm not even sure, to be honest with you guys, ladies and gentlemen, rather. But Tyler gets the boost from the NSCG, tries to flick it towards the goal. Rez gets there first, gets bumped and demoed by Alphax. Tyler here tries to set up a play from the corner. Corner play, Dragon going up for a backboard play. None of his teammates are there to respond to it, evidently. Sellers without boost, what can he do? Off the corner. Temps trying to defend it. Rez there to save it, maybe. Tyler going for a setting up Temps to do an off-the-wall shot. Interesting stuff there, ladies and gentlemen. Tries to as you can see, I can't even compute. My mind is completely struck on the fact that the overlay that we worked, that one of our technicians worked so hard for, is not working correctly. That is really irking me. But enough with that. Let's get to the task at hand. I mean, obviously, that first goal was merely a fluke as I was trying to set up the technical difficulty, and obviously trying to talk about the first goal that was scored. NSCG scores their first goal of the second match and makes it 1-0 once again. As 3 minutes 39 seconds remain. Well, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? Third kickoff going in the favour of Sellers, merely York Vikings. Can he make an off-the-wall shot? Not the way you wanted, I presume. And Tyler does not, unfortunately, read it correctly. Dragon going up for a shot. And he finds the goal. 2-1 to NSCG. Yeah, Alphax 206 couldn't do anything there. He just has to rely on his reaction and double flip. But unfortunately, he could not get it as we go forth for the fourth kickoff. Sellers with the long shot attempt. Can he respond to it? Rez responds to it first from NSCG. Good reaction coming from him. Alphax 206. Alphax trying to set up his own teammate Tyler. Trying to set up a play. Or attempts, rather. Tries to counteract it. Sellers with a counter. Double counter. Tyler trying to set up a play. Does not make it so. Sellers with the play attempt as well. Fakes out. I believe it was Dragon there. Does not happen so far. Fake attempt coming from Alphax. Tries to make Sellers' play ever once again. Does not seem like it. We'll have to find out though. So a lot of ping pong in terms of demos as well. I think there was like 5 demos this match. Such a shot attempt coming from Sellers. Apologies for the invite there. I'm going to turn that off immediately after this. As the first half of the game commences, for the second match rather. Tyler with a shot attempt coming off from the ceiling. Can Alphax respond to it nicely? Judging from his double tap attempt from last week, I mean, obviously he can do it. But I think Sellers will try to do it this time. Post hitter! Tyler cannot respond to it as double commit. NSCG saves the day. And they're going for their own play now. Just such a soft touch coming from Sellers. Tyler with another wall shot attempt. And it seems like there's, as I said, before I was so rudely interrupted by very high octane gameplay. There seems to be a lot of. That was a last minute save coming from Alphax 206. Yet again, double save. Sellers and Tyler, I think, both got bumped in there as I was trying to explain why there's a lot of ping ponging, and I feel like NSCG is going to get the first game, but obviously there's 1 minute 40 remaining still. Things can change around. This is Rocket League, and every second counts, and we have to be hopeful and respectful and optimistic. Don't know why I'm going so high pitched. Evidently, I'm very, very excited, as you can tell by my very monotone voice. But I was trying to explain before I was interrupted once again. The fact that there's not a lot of high aerial gameplay, obviously. I seem to be complaining about that every week because obviously I'm not this high much of a rank in Rocket League, even though I do cast these high rank games. And what I'm trying to talk about is Stella's going for the short attempt. Hits the corner of the post. Unfortunately, Alphax 26 couldn't respond to it either. Tyler gets faked out by Dragon ground dribbling. Not air dribbling, ground dribbling. Stella's with the wall shot attempt. Tries to make it a double flick and reset something. Tyler with a shot. Hits the crossbar. Unfortunate. There's a minute remaining. Alphax with the last ditch attempt before giving the ball away to Rez. Sellers with no boost. Trying to recover his mistakes. Tyler on goal. Saves it this time. Evidently there's a ground shot. Rez trying to play it off the corner. 30 seconds remaining in the second match against NSCG. Do not mind the overlay. I don't know why it's working. Hits the post once again. Can Tyler respond to it? Does not take effort. But Dragon does not take effort as well. Last minute save from Sellers. Alphax 36 with a wrong bump. And oh no. I don't think that's what he intended to do, obviously. With no boost. He was anticipating Thames' shot. But as you can see, Rez has come up there and made it 4-1. I mean, I said this is Rocket League. Every second counts. Every second matters. Well, it looks like NSCG is going to capture the second game and make it 1-1 overall, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's just... Oh, I couldn't even comment on it. I was trying to focus on a different task at hand, different issue at hand, but... wall shot coming from Temps. Reset into Dragon's hands. Make it a top bin to make it 5-1 overall. And 5-1 for this game and 1-1 overall. And it just seems to have just fixed itself. I've literally just looked. Yeah, look. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm not really sure what really happened there. It just happened to fix itself. Obviously, it did not capture the first game, so I will get on that immediately. Serious score. Okay, there we go. I think everything is ready. Everyone is ready. We're straight going into the third game, ladies and gentlemen. The overlay seems to be working well, not effortlessly. Working correctly now, is what I'm trying to say. As Alphax goes for the first bomb. Sellers with the first shot. Directs rocket into the NCSG goal, ladies and gentlemen. Rez unfortunately gets bumped. Well, fortunately, in this case, gets bumped. And Thames and Rez together could not save it. As we get our second early goal in terms of matches today, ladies and gentlemen, as we go along for the second kickoff. Let's not make a repeat of the last game when we got the early goal, or we conceded just 5 goals there, ladies and gents. Thames trying to make it a centre off for his teammates, but Sellers and Alphax defends it with a double commit. Tyler tries to string it forwards, but Rez with the centre attempt. Sellers 50s attempts. His long shot attempt as well. Tyler coming in to make it a defense without boost. No shot. No boost needed. My tone does not make sense. I'm not really sure why. Something to work on. Something to work on. Dangerous corner play coming from NSCG, but it looks like it is about to be... Well, it's about to be in Thames' hands. Tyler trying to go off with a centre play off from the corner into... From the air, from the ground, from the land, from the sea. As 1 minute passes, the first minute passes rather, for the third game overall, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to go for a long shot attempt. Rez tries to back pass it to his teammate Temps. Gets it done. Sellers with a demo attempt on Rez as he tries to go for a ceiling shot and a high shot. Tyler with the absolute edge of his bumper saves the long shot attempt coming from Rez on almost a flick and a pinch. Not a flick, just a pinch. Coming from Alphax to a 6 against, I believe it was Temps. Could be wrong though. Interesting. So, can Tyler go with his wall dribble, air dribble shenanigans once again? It does not seem so. Sellers with the center attempt. Tyler with no boost, unfortunately, could not respond correctly. Sellers was a no boost this time, but Tyler could not respond to it once again. I believe there's a bit of miscommunication in like 5-second intervals that we see keep happening. Nice grammar, mate. Evidently, I need to work on that as well as long, not as long. Also, my vocabulary and also my tone variation seems off. What doesn't seem off though is our clean goal sheets. Clean goal. Evidently, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can see that my vocabulary needs work at the minute. I thought I was prepared, but well, no. All right. Someone who is prepared though is Tyler, taking those 50s effortlessly. Seems to be a lot of E-words today. Sellers with the epic save. Was anticipating that shot as well, as you can see there. Alphax 2-6 trying to get for the 50. Could not make what Sellers did. That will unfortunately hit the post. Flick shots coming from Sellers. I believe that was all like upwards of 120 kph, but unfortunately the demo hits his teammates. And Sellers, can he respond to it? He cannot. Alphax 2-6 with a soft touch, and with the Fennec he cannot get it. This is why the Dominus is the best car. I am not even biased in this. The soft touches you can do with that car is just incredible. This is why I think there needs to be a Dominus meta once again. I'm going to write to Psyonix about it immediately after the stream. As well, hopefully after this 1 minute 30 we can score another goal and seal the deal. Or we can concede a goal and my commentator Curse doesn't know what to do after then. As there's a backboard shot attempt coming from Tyler. Dragon nearly makes a save. Sellers with the attempt with an air dribble. Gets saved by Dragon once again. Better this time. Center attempt for Alphax. Gets denied by Rez. Pass attempt, tiki-taka attempt from Tyler to Sellers once again. Tries to make a shot for Alphax, and he does it, ladies and gents. As you can see there, my commentator Curse did a bit of thinking, and methodical thinking. It was like, oh, what side should I do now? And obviously it favoured us. And thank God it favoured us. As we go 2-0 against the NSCG in the third game, ladies and gents. NSCG, rather. I need to be careful on that, as we need to be careful on that 10th shot. As there's less than a minute remaining in the third match, ladies and gents. Sellers going for a wall bounce, wall flick, whatever you want to call it at this point. Rez denies it though. And Rez and Dragon seems to be the most defensive players of NSCG. I cannot say the same for Sellers though, as he is a total flex player, and look at that, ladies and gents. I mean, come on. I'm talking about his flexibility in terms of defense and offense, and he just does that. Whilst talking about Dragons and Rez's defensive capabilities as well. You gotta believe on Sellers. I mean, come on. Honestly, you got to believe on Sellers. We need to believe on Sellers, as I was saying, with the kickoff advancement as well, as there's less than 30 seconds remaining, ladies and gents, with the third match. Sellers with an easy save, obviously, but still a save. Cannot undermine the Sellers' other teammates, obviously, our players, Alphax and Tyler as well. And Alphax makes it a pass for Rez to make it 3-1 as soon as I say that. The commentator Curse had to seep in somewhere, right? I mean, I used it the second game rather, when we lost 5-0. 5-1, excuse me. I need to get my facts straight. And yeah, but unless we do a ferocious score up in these last 10 seconds, we seem to get the third match. Oh my god, so many mistakes today from yours truly. I don't really know what's happening here. We seem to be playing cleanly though, so I think I'm doing the mistakes for the team. I think they've traded the mistakes that they could have been doing forwards to me, which is, to be fair, I appreciate it. You know, as soon as we don't do mistakes, that's all I want. As soon as we don't do mistakes, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want. If you want to trade the mistakes for me to do, I'll take it. Honestly, I'll be more than happy to receive the mistakes. I've just said mistakes like 6 times. Does not matter. I'm especially concerned with the fact that the overlay did not work for the first 2 games. It worked on the last 10 seconds of the second game. That's what my brain was fogging about. But obviously, as a professional shoutcaster, well, semi-professional for now, but for professional shoutcaster, you need to be obviously taking care of that as we go along for the 4th game, ladies and gentlemen. If we win this one, it's going to be 3-1, which is going to be match point for the 4th game. And here we go, ladies and gents. Game 4 of 7. Well, you can see there. I think every time I switch scenes, I think there's an issue there. Every time I switch scenes, it seems to be resetting itself and taking ages to go forward once again. Because obviously, I think it's going to change itself in a minute rather. Because well, yeah, because of the overlay, you can't see the in-game overlay as we are 2-1 ahead. In terms of overall games, hope it's going to reset itself because I don't really want to alt tab or well, yeah. Interesting. There's not like a reset thing I can do as well. That's the thing. The overlay program just needs to get a hold of itself and just say, hey, come on, do not override the in-game team names. That is a top bin shot coming from Rez over there. To be fair to him. What if I just? So sorry, ladies and gents. What if I just do something like this? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, there we go. I seem to have fixed it. It seems every time I change scenes, I think, yeah, because it's a browser source, obviously it needs to refresh itself and get along with the Rocket League API to... Jesus, that's the second voice crack of the game so far. But yeah, we seem to have fixed it effortlessly. That's my favourite E word for the day. That's the third voice crack, by the way. And I hope to see that I don't have any more voice cracks as we were close to concede the second goal coming from NSCG. I thought that was going to be an open net coming from Sellers with a long shot opportunity, but does not seem so. And Sellers trying to make a back pass off the wall, air dribble, reset. Tries to make a setup for his teammate Tyler. Tyler with a flick. Interesting enough. I think even he didn't even see that happening. Dragon trying to go for a backboard pass. Sellers there to deny it immediately. Talking about Sellers trying to go for a shot attempt. What a flick! And Rez had no choice but to own goal there, ladies and gents. I mean, if you give your opponent no choice but to own goal in that situation, then you've done your job, basically. You've basically done 99% of your job. The opponent had just to basically humiliate themselves just in terms of that own goal. But anywho, anyhow, anyway, we must commence as it is 1-1 in the fourth match of the British Esports Student Champs Nationals against NSCG Rocket League. Sellers once again in the spotlight, but Rez tries to get his revenge. Tyler with a post helping him saving the goal from NSCG. Attempt coming from Dragon onto Tyler, but Sellers is there always. When you don't see Sellers, you should be more scared. Well, because honestly, he can creep up and just show up anywhere. Anywhere he wants, anywhere he desires. Just anywhere, really. Alphax to 650. Commencing once again. That was such an interesting shot coming from, I believe it was Rez. Yeah, it was Rez. I want to call him Ronaldinho, Reznaldinho, but obviously that doesn't roll off the tongue nicely. And whilst I was saying that, I accidentally bit my cheek and it just hurts. But anyway, keeping up with the professionalism here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes have 3 minutes in, I shall say. I cannot find the word. And it seems to be a very, very tactically defensive game from both sides, even though with the 2 goals obviously coming in from one goal each coming from both sides. I was going to say, can Tyler make it 3, but such a nice save coming from Rez from NSCG. You have to respect it. Sellers with a reset. I think he definitely intended, obviously, Sellers. What can you expect? Alphax seeing that. I saw the vision. Unfortunately, Rez saw it first. Keeping up with our shot attempts. Temps with a 50. Interesting 50. Gets succeeded. Unintentional bump, I think. It was towards Alphax's shot attempt. Sellers with a save once again. I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to save it as well. I'll be more surprised if he didn't save it there. It seems to be Sellers' game here, ladies and gentlemen, as I just really interrupted myself with the tab, with pressing tab on the scoreboard there, as he seems to have the only 3-digit points in his team. And I just splashed it there for you once again, as there's less than a minute remaining in this match, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like we might go to overtime. That's it. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know why I turned it like that. Dangerous! Sellers trying to make it go away. 30 boost. Can he pass it on to Alphax to make it a flick? Yes, he can. I'm glad I saw the vision. I'm really glad I saw the vision, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, that camera angle did help it. As Tyler was going for bumps, and he succeeded in that. As is a 102 kph goal going into NSCG's goal, well, between the sticks. I hate that the like goal post goes between the sticks is like an informal way of saying it, I guess. But I don't know. In my native language, there's two different words for both goal, the post, basically, or two posts, or three posts, and the actual goal attempt itself. As I'm trying to talk about it, tries to make a goal from Dragon's crossbar attempt, going so rudely interrupted by Rez's inability to score the almost 0.99 XG. There's another crossbar coming from NSCG, coming from Dragon once again. Oh no! And as the ball touches the ground, that is an unfortunate end to the fourth match overall. Make it 3-1 for York Vikings, ladies and gents. I mean, wow. That really irked me. I'm not going to lie. That really just irked me. Just seeing those two crossbar attempts. I thought Rez had that in the bag. I thought Resnaldinho really had that in the bag, because it was his game for NCSG Dragons, as you can see by the stats here, ladies and gents. But it couldn't do it. Could not do it, as Sellers is the MVP once again. I mean, are we surprised here? Let's be honest. Are we surprised? I'll be really surprised. I mean, come on. Well. Going on for the fifth game, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 of 7. Match point for York Vikings. Beautiful kickoff. Alphax to by Tyler, but Alphax could not respond to it as it gets booked there by, I believe it was Rez again. Rez seems to really be the demo, or the demo champion, as I'm talking about that. He gets demoed. I'm really sorry, Rez. That is my commentator curse coming in there. Legitimately, I talk about something and then not even 10 seconds later, bam. It just goes the opposite way. What a save by Alphax. What a save by Alphax. Last minute save once again. Long shot attempt from Sellers. Gets saved easily or cleared away by Temps very easily. Gets faked. Alphax gets faked out by him as well as Rez tries to set up a goal for Temps. Well, the broader term obviously be his teammates, but Temps was there to try to gather it first. And the overlay seems to not work once again, and I'm getting slightly, well, not slightly, very irritated at the fact that it doesn't work, as we have to wait for the first goal to basically, for me to alt-tab, and can Tyler do what I was going to say, but no. As Rez gets the away, gets the away goal, gets the goal away, or the ball away effortlessly. Less than a minute remains, ladies and gents. I really want to alt-tab here, but I'm afraid there's going to be a goal, and there's no one defend the NCSG goal. Can Sellers get the tight angle that he desires? Almost can. Rez with the epic save attempt. Successful for his team. 1 minute 30. Already passed in the fifth match, rather. As an essential demo from Tyler came towards Dragon. I believe it was a Temps. I think it was Temps. As there's a long shot attempt from Rez. Sellers saves it once again. Almost 2 minutes have passed already, ladies and gents. We're looking at scrambling for options, I believe. Or are we structuring something? We're going to find out. We're going to find out together. Long shot attempt from Sellers. Can he make it a centre onto Alphax? He cannot, unfortunately. Can Alphax make it a centre for Tyler? Can Tyler make it a centre for Sellers? It's just a back and forth, back and yellow, black and... Well, copyrighted for that, apologies. Well, I hope not. But anyway, keeping up with professionalism. No goal yet so far in the first half of the fifth game, ladies and gents, as you can see here. Remember, if we win this game, we do win the game for today, as it is match point for York Vikings right now, as we speak. Failed attempt with a pinch. 168 kph. That might be the fastest goal rather we've ever seen in British Esports Student Champs history. I mean, wow. A failed clearing attempt from Rez going into the NSCG goal. As I forgot to off-tab there. Can Sellers help me in that case? He cannot, as it hits the top right corner, unfortunately. as I have to watch another 5 seconds maybe. If Tyler goes for one of his magical air dribble moments once again, he cannot. Well, it does not matter. There's less than 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remain, ladies and gents. Dangerous attempt looking for NCSG. Gets cleared away by Alphax and Sellers' company. Well, Tyler and Sellers' attempt being successful. As it is a very near shot attempt. Can Tyler get it away? Double commit did not work for NCSG as Rez going on with the demo. Tries to save the day. Unfortunately could not. Tries to make amends with the corner play coming from Rez onto his teammates, but does not happen to be. Alphax tries to set up for Sellers. Sellers tries to set up for Tyler. Was too fast, unfortunately, for him. Tries to get the flick away. I think there was just a slight miscommunication happening there. Oh, such a close attempt at a triple commit. Triple flick coming from Alphax as there's a minute remaining in the 5th game. And as things stand, we do get the final game, ladies and gents. 1 minute remain. It's all hands on deck now for NCSG as they are scrambling for options. What does look like, as things stand indeed. Sellers with a brace once again. Let me alt tab so we can display the final things effortlessly. Thank you very much, Sellers. What a goal. What a goal, to be fair. Just a flick. Boom. 2-0. As we go on for the 3rd kickoff, ladies and gents, less than 40 seconds dictate that the match will be against York Vikings. Sellers with the bump attempt. Tyler gets it cleared away effortlessly. And can he get it as a long shot as well? Rez trying to save it. Unfortunately makes it a tiki-taka attempt that was, I think, not intended, as I was trying to say. Another shot attempt, 50 by Rez. Sellers get faked out by Dragon. Tyler with the last second save again. What is Tyler on today in terms of defense? Wow. I know he is the Viking Minister of Defense. He's been offensive a couple of games recently, but that does seem like we have gathered the match for today against NCSG 4-1 overall. Ladies and gentlemen, can we make it 3-0 just to send the message? We cannot. Does not matter. GG's to both sides, especially NCSG. They put up an absolutely good fight today in terms of, well, everything really. Obviously, compared to GCSRs, it was a less of a intended fight, but I mean, GG's to both teams. GG's to NSCG for the sponsorship. Congrats to York Vikings. Obviously, represent. I can do this in front of camera now. Obviously, I can kiss the badge and everything. Even though, it's the thought that counts. It's not only the thought that counts though for York Vikings today, as they have secured, I believe, the promotion after the Swiss stages. Correct me if I'm wrong, for the British Esports Student Champs Nationals competition. So congrats to York Vikings. Obviously, I'm biased in this. Congrats to York Vikings. Congrats to the YCV-Deception for getting such a feat. Obviously, and yeah, GG's to NSCG Rocket League as well. I've been your shoutcaster, Pearl Detergent, and I hope to see you another time. Hopefully next week. Next week, actually, yeah, at 6 p.m. we're going to be playing against York College, Pennsylvania's Rocket League team. So be on the lookout for that, and I shall hopefully see you another time. I've been your host, Pearl Detergent, otherwise known as Yi Chansoy. Have a nice evening.